right, so this is Barbara Badolati with BeWell Retreats, and this is the Chakra Yoga Spin. And I am spotlighting myself as the recording, so the other people that are at the retreat are not being seen, although I can see you guys. So anyway, I was just giving an overview. I'm going to show a handout as well. And what I would suggest is that as you're moving the energy and you're doing the poses and you're chanting the mantra, and I'm reminding you of the color, which is all we're going to do today, you might notice that, wow, you know, I'm really kind of heartbroken or heartsick or feeling stuck here, or maybe your hips are tight and there's something going on with that second chakra, which is about creativity. So just know that there might be sensations that you're feeling, and that's perfectly normal. Again, it's that energy that's moving. So let me show you a handout that I really like to use. And I have it right here. And I also sent it to all of you. So I'm going to just start at the base, just so we have a little bit of an overview. So this is red. It's the root chakra. It's at the base of your spine. And the chakras you can kind of think of behind your body as spinning wheels, spinning clockwise. I'm going to guide you through these as we go through the poses, but I just want to give you kind of an overview. The orange is the sacral chakra. So it's in this kind of hip area, pelvis area, reproductive area. It's associated with water. By the way, the root chakra is associated with the earth. The bija mantra is, so the root chakra, the bija mantra is LUM. The sacral chakra is VAM, V-A-M. The next one is the solar plexus, which is above your navel. That's yellow. That solar plex, that bija mantra is RUM. If you roll your tongue, that's great. This one has a lot to do with your will and your ego. And sometimes people think of it as your intuition too, because it's kind of in that gut area. The heart center is green. It's the bija mantra for the heart center is YUM, YUM, and it's associated with air. And it's very much about your heart. It's about love and acceptance and compassion. We move up to the throat chakra. It's kind of an aqua blue, but any blue that resonates with you is fine. The sound is hum, hum. And again, it has to do with your communication and laughing and crying and speaking your truth. It's your way of communicating and expressing ideas and thoughts. Then we move up to the third eye, which is the sixth chakra. It's indigo, so it's kind of a blue purple. And it has the bija mantra is Om. It has to do with your insight, your ability to have that inner wisdom. And then the crown chakra, which is the one that we'll complete with, is violet. It also connects us to our higher self. It is a silent Om, so there's no sound. You'll know that when we do that. And yeah, the colors is violet. Do you have any questions about any of that? We're good. We'll get started pretty soon. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Yes. You can come off mute.
I have a question. When you say spin, are they like this oriented to our body and spinning like this? Or are they like oriented to our body like this?
Good
and
question.
Spinning clockwise like
yes,
this?
Exactly. So it would be, so it's not underneath us, although the energy does ground into the earth. But if you can imagine that this would be behind me, right? And they're actually, you could almost imagine them being out. So they're spinning outside of my spine. From the base, the root chakra is at the base of the spine, the tailbone, to the crown of the head. So rather than this way, right? You're thinking that they're doing this, right? But they're actually behind us, spinning. Good question. All right. Good. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make sure you guys can see me. I think that's good. Should be able to. Maybe move this back just a little bit more. So you want to have your yoga mat, but you could also just use the floor. This isn't going to be anything like a flow or anything like that. And we're going to start with the base chakra. So I'm going to turn this way periodically so you can see me. And then sometimes I might turn to the side so you have a little bit better angle to see. Depends on kind of what I want you to be able to see. So the first one is just letting your feet be hip bone width apart and coming into what's called mountain pose. So I like to bring my toes up, and that engages the thighs, the shins. And then once I really feel this energy through my legs, then I relax my toes down, letting my toes splay out. Because this base chakra is really grounding yourself into the earth. So just take a moment and close your eyes and connect with the earth and all of the abundance that's available to you because of the earth, from the air you breathe, the water you drink and clean and bathe yourself in, the air that moves through the winds and that you can breathe in and out. And the earth itself that provides our food and our ability to have these experiences that we have in our life. Now, if you can, take a breath in and imagine that the breath is coming in through the soles of your feet all the way up to your legs. And at the tailbone, with that chakra behind you, kind of at that base area, just see that area all in red. You can also maybe feel a sphere of red around your body. So the Sarah that you were just asking about, sometimes rather than it being just below you, it's around you as well. So you can also envision it that way. It doesn't have to be just behind your spine. So whatever comes to you is perfect. Just kind of see and feel that red sphere all around the base of your spine. So if you're not feeling stable or grounded, if you feel a little bit shaky or uncertain, or you're fearful, any of that might be where you need to breathe in that red all around the base of your spine. Feel yourself grounded and supported from the earth in all the ways that you are. Just take some nice deep breaths there. Good. Now we're going to seal that with the Bija mantra, which is just a sound, but the current in that sound, that vibration, that frequency helps that chakra to continue to be cleared out. So if there's anything that needs to be released, any fear, any way that maybe you feel unsupported, or maybe again, you just kind of feel kind of uncertain or shaky, or maybe there's something where you want to celebrate the earth and the springtime. You're just going to sing this out, and I'm going to lead you. You guys have yourselves on mute, so you're fine. And the Bija mantra is spelled L-A-M, lum. So take a breath in from the earth all the way up to the base of your spine, and then we're going to just chant lum, 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 lum. We're going to do that 2 more times. Breath in. Lum, 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 lum. Breath in. Lum, 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 lum. Good. Take a breath in, let your arms come up overhead. Stretch. Good. Exhale, release. Shake out your legs a little bit. Shake out your hands a little bit. Maybe move your hips a little bit. Kind of just shake that energy off a little bit. Nice deep breath. Good. Wonderful. So if any time you feel like, oh, I don't know what to do, or I'm scared, or and what could happen if this doesn't happen, or anything like that you get freaked out about, just kind of be in mountain pose, strong, stable, supportive, just like a mountain. And you can chant Lum if you want. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, if you're not already at the front of your mat, go ahead and stand at the front of your mat. Take a breath in again with your arms up overhead. And then exhale, and as you release your arms, bend your knees a little bit and step your right leg back into warrior pose. So step it back, and your feet obviously are going to turn a little bit out. And your body might still be facing forward. That's okay. We're just going to take the arms up. And as you rotate your body and extend your arms out from your shoulders, then you can bend that front left knee. Now look out to your left hand and take a nice deep breath and think about your mother, whether she's alive or not, or someone that cared for you as a mother would. And see her out past your left hand. And again, if it wasn't for your mother or somebody that took care of you as a mother did, you wouldn't have had the life that you had. Like, you were born, you were cared for in some capacity. So take a breath in and send love and blessings and gratitude to that mother figure. And you could even use Mother Earth if you wanted to. Nice deep breaths, love and blessings to that mother. Good. Now inhale and straighten your front leg and release your arms down to your leg. And then take another breath and bend that right or that left knee again. And now inhale and take your left arm up and just stretch it. And we're going to sing Lum again. Lum, 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 lum. Good. Inhale. And as you exhale, release your arm and step that back foot up to the front. Good. Shake out a little bit. Arms come up overhead. Exhale, bend your knees, release your arms, and step your left foot back into warrior pose. And just check your position. You know, it's nice to have the front heel in line with the back heel, if you can do that. Inhale, take your arms up, reach. Exhale, bend that right knee, roll the body, and extend your arms. So I'm going to turn around, but you guys are in the right position. So extending your right arm, looking out to your right fingertips or just past. Think of your father or someone that was that father figure to you. And send love and blessings and gratitude to that person, whether they're alive or not. Good. And then inhale and straighten your front leg and release your arms. And then next breath, take your arm all the way up, right arm, bend the right knee. Keep that back arm support on your leg if you need to, and chant Lum. Lum, 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 lum. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale and take your back foot up to the front. Good. Shake out a little bit. Beautiful. I'm just going to come to the middle or back of my mat, but you can stay here if you want. So we're going to do a little bit with balancing. If you feel like you need to hold something or have something nearby or even put your back up against something, you can do that if you feel like you need a little bit more support or, you know, to help you with balance. So we're going to do tree pose. This can be with your toes still on the ground. You can bring your foot up to your calf. You can bring your foot up above your knee, whatever is safest and easiest for you. So what we're going to do is, again, standing in mountain pose. Now, with tree pose, you could bring your feet close together, but you could keep them apart if you want. So find a little dristy, a little focal point. And just like we were talking about, again, this base chakra, kind of move that up now into this second chakra, which is orange. And the Bija mantra, this represents your sacrum. It's also your creative center. It's also the female male aspects. And so this is in this sacral area right here. It's orange, and it also has to do with water. So just kind of let yourself stand nice and tall and rotate one leg. I don't care which one it is. Just kind of rotate and get a little bit of movement going in your hips and your sacrum. And then once you feel like you're in a good position, just go ahead and lay either, again, above your knee or below your knee, or you can keep your toes on the ground. Good. Now take your arms up and just let yourself kind of be like a wave. Just kind of let yourself move a little bit. And then find that place where you can be stable and ground down through the earth and take a nice deep breath. Good. And then release. Rotate the other hip and leg. Good. Just start to put a little bit of fluid movement into the hips. Good. Find a place where you can set that leg or foot. Maybe your arms come out to the sides, or maybe they stay down. And just see if you can let your body be a little bit fluid. Let yourself relax a little bit, even if your foot is down. Good. And then take a nice deep breath. Place both feet down. Beautiful. Inhale, take arms up. And we're going to release down to the ground. So we're going to come into downward facing dog. So again, however, I'm going to turn to the side. However, you can gently walk back and then just wag your tail, kind of move your hips. There's probably a little bit more fluidity in this than when you were standing. Take a nice deep breath. Good. Now, if you can stay in down dog, wonderful. If you want to bring your knees down and come into puppy, you can do that too. But just bring a little bit of comfort to yourself and then see this second chakra spinning clockwise. It's orange and the Bija mantra is VAM, V-A-M. So take a breath in and just chant VAM, 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 VAM. Good. Slowly release down if your knees are not already down. And again, we're going to bring attention to this second chakra, but this time go ahead and think about anything that has been blocking you is in your creativity. So just kind of sway your hips, or you can make a circle in a clockwise position. We'll go the other way if you want. Just kind of move your hips a little bit and let your head be in line with your spine, and just close your eyes. Think about, is there anything that hasn't been expressed? Maybe I'm not using my full expression at work. Maybe I haven't done a craft or a hobby I really enjoy. Maybe I've just been really left brain and not problem solving with my creativity, with this energy center that's very creative and likes to flow. And then you're going to release that with the Bija mantra VAM. So take a nice deep breath. Let that all spin out, anything that's not working for you. Vam, 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 vam. Wonderful. Now walk your hands out a little bit further so that you can slide your hips forward. I can't see you guys, so I'm trusting. I'm trusting you're all good. So you're going to move a little bit forward with your hips, and then you're going to exhale and bring your hips to your heels as far as you want. And then you're going to inhale and you're going to come forward and you're going to exhale and release. Now this time, think about anybody, maybe a past relationship, maybe a friend that let you down. A lot of this area is about relationships as well, because we're always co-creating with other people. We're interacting with other people. So you're going to inhale with VAM and you're going to exhale going back. And you're going to inhale VAM and you're going to exhale hips to heels and exhale. Inhale VAM, let that healing happen. Exhale. VAM, exhale. Inhale, release with that VAM. Move it out. Good. And then just stay in child pose if you can do that. If you want, you could stack your fist, or you could lay your head on your arms or on the mat. You can separate your knees, or you can keep your knees together. So just find a place where you can take a moment and just see the base of the spine spinning red, and then up the second spinning orange. Good. Take one more nice deep breath. And slowly roll up. And you're going to extend your legs out in front of you. So we're going to move up now into this solar plexus area. And we're going to do it by moving forward and back. Your arms are going to extend out. You can lace your fingers together if that's more comfortable. You can let your thumbs and your index fingers face out. Or you can just imagine that you're holding like a beach ball or a balloon or something in between your hands. And you're going to inhale as you lean back. And you're going to exhale and go forward as far as it feels comfortable. So you're going to inhale and exhale. Now this third chakra, which is above your navel, the solar plexus, again is that will, that ego, that ability to get things done, or the times where you're not listening to your intuition, your gut, what your gut is telling you. So we're going to keep that clear and activated. Again, behind your spine, you're seeing that yellow spinning wheel, or some people might see a sphere around their body. If that feels like that's better, even though I kind of didn't give you that option earlier, that does occur. So the Bija mantra is Ram, and if you can roll your tongue, that's great. So extend the arms, inhale, lean back, exhale, Ram, 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 Ram. Two more, Ram, Ram. Good. And then just place your hands, come into staff pose, hands alongside your hips. Nice deep breath. Just sit here for a moment and feel and be aware of the first chakra spinning, the second chakra, and then now this third chakra, which again is about your ability to to have that will, that courage, that perseverance, how the ego does help us and support us. Good. It's also about forgiving our past and forgiving others who may have hurt us. I'm sorry, forgiving ourselves for hurting other people. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some twists with this. So we just kind of activated it, but now we're going to do some twists. And there's some different ways you can do this. You can keep your legs stretched out. You can put the opposite hand. So we're going to twist to the right first. So your left hand would be on your leg. You can also bend your right knee, and wrap your left arm around. Or you could even cross the right foot over your left. So those are just a couple options of what to do with the right leg. And then again, your left arm or hand is going to use the right leg as leverage. So inhale and lengthen up nice and tall with your right arm. And then release that arm behind you and support yourself by putting the hand on the ground somewhere. Inhale, get tall in your spine again. And then as you exhale, rotate from the base of your spine all the way up. If you can turn your head, do that as well. And just look behind you. And we're going to chant the Bija mantra Rum. Just look behind you or even close your eyes and see if there's anybody that you were out of alignment with, where maybe you weren't as patient or kind, and send them your apology. So breathe and just, maybe it's several people. We're going to do the other side as well, so you'll have another opportunity. So just now, with that intention, releasing the energy in this chakra, chant Ram. Breathe in. Ram, 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 ram. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Good. Lift up nice and tall, arms alongside your ears. And then the same thing on the other side. So left arm is going to be behind you, supporting you. Right hand is going to be either on the bent leg, or maybe the leg is crossed over the other. You can even hold and hug if you want, or you can just keep both legs long. Take another breath in and get long in your spine. And then once your spine is nice and long, then go ahead and rotate, looking over your left shoulder. Again, your eyes could be closed. And just see someone back there in your past who you would like to apologize to. We're all doing the best we can at the time, but we do look back and we think, maybe I could have done that better now that I know better. So just send apologies to that person, or maybe even a situation. And then the Bija mantra Rum. Rum, 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 rum. Good. Inhale, come back to center. And bend the knees and roll down onto your back. Good. Now you can keep your feet on the floor and just let your knees roll to one side. But I actually like to bring my knees to my chest, and then you're going to let the knees roll to the left, because again, you're going to twist to the right, looking out to the outstretched right arm. If your head can also turn to face the right arm, go ahead and do that. But maybe your face looks better, feels better just looking up to the sky. And then close your eyes and take some breaths here and let your spine Just kind of wring out like a dishcloth. Be aware of that third chakra, that yellow, bright, beautiful yellow, being cleared. And if there's anyone else, or if you'd like to send forgiveness to that, apologies to that person that you might have harmed, go ahead and just focus on that for a moment in this twist. And again, it could be a situation or a mistake that you feel that you made. And then with the Bija mantra, breath in, ram, 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 ram. Good. Inhale, come back to center and let your knees fall to the other side. If you need to scoot your shoulder blades or hips a little bit, feel free to do that. And then let your head maybe roll to the left. And once again, bringing into your awareness maybe somebody that you want to apologize to. Again, it may not have even been intentional. And once you feel comfortable in that position, see that yellow spinning chakra and chant Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Good. Inhale. And instead of bringing your knees up to center, go ahead and roll to your side and come over onto your abdomen. So however you can do that. And then just turn your head to one side. Maybe make a little pillow with your arms. If you can let your legs relax open, but bring your big toes together, that's wonderful, but you don't have to. And then just lay your head, and just close your eyes. And be aware of those 3 chakras that you've just cleared. Now we're going to move into the heart chakra, which is green. So see kind of in the middle of your shoulder blades, that green color, maybe it's the springtime green. And again, it's spinning clockwise. And this has to do with that love and compassion, understanding. And this is also about the people that you feel have hurt you, didn't listen to you, didn't honor you, weren't kind to you. And this is your opportunity to free yourself from anything that you're holding on to, because they were also doing the best they knew how to do at that time. Just like you're always doing the best that you know how to do at any given time. So when you forgive them, you forgive yourself and you free yourself. So go ahead and come into Sphinx pose. We're going to just start with pretty basic, easy. So let your elbows be right underneath your shoulders, palms down. And imagine this beautiful love. Even though this chakra is behind you in the spine, you might feel it around you. You might feel it coming from your heart. So just close your eyes and think of someone that may have hurt you. And from your heart, send forgiveness to release them and yourself. The Bija mantra is YAM, Y-A-M. Inhale, Yum, 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 yum. Good. Slowly release. Turn your head to the other side. We're going to come into either up dog, where you're going to extend your elbows even more than what we just did. Or if you have a strong practice and you want to bend your knees, you can reach back and take a hold of your ankles or your feet. I'm going to show just up dog. So turn your head to center. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, elbows into your rib cage, legs nice and strong and together. Pull your navel up into your spine. See that beautiful green sphere all around the back, the heart. Inhale. And you can do Sphinx pose again like we did earlier, or you can do up dog. Extend out love and forgiveness to anyone that you feel has harmed you. Bija mantra, yum. Inhale. Yum, 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 yum. Slowly lower. Good. Take your forearms on the ground or your mat and gently press yourself up, back into child pose. Again, you can make a pillow, you can stack your fist, you can open up your knees. And just take a moment to breathe. And very, very quietly or silently, just repeat the 4 Bija mantras that we've done so far. See them spinning at the base of the spine, the sacrum, the solar plexus, or the space between your navel and your heart. And then finally, behind your heart. Lam, vam, ram, yum. Lam, vam, ram, yum. Lam, vam, ram, yum. Good. Feel that whole backside just expanding. Good. All right. So from child pose, you're just going to walk yourself up and we're going to come onto our back again. We're going to do bridge pose, which I'm sure you all have done before. You'll also be able to do shoulder stand, but I'm not going to demonstrate it. So if you know shoulder stand, if that's your practice and you want to incorporate that, absolutely. But I'm going to stick with bridge pose. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring some stimulation to the thyroid, this throat chakra. It's blue. The Bija mantra is hum. And so you're going to have a little bit of compression with bridge pose. And if you need me to demonstrate it, I'm going to do that first. So again, we're going to have knees bent. You're going to roll down. You're going to walk your feet in as close to the buttocks as comfortable for your knees. And your hands are going to be down alongside your body. All you're going to do is just press down with your feet to roll up through your hips. You're going to find that your chest is going to start to move towards your neck and throat. And that's what you want. Now, if you can go a little bit higher by rolling your arms underneath your back, you could even lace your fingers together. Then you're going to have a little bit more compression on the throat chakra. So once you get there, just take some nice deep breaths and think about all the ways that your voice allows you to live your life. All the ways that you express yourself, the ways that you can talk and share ideas. Just bring attention and energy. See that blue chakra spinning. And it might feel a little bit strange to chant the Bija mantra hum. Let's see if you can do that, because the vibration is going to help all the sinuses and that energy. So breath in. Hum, 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 hum. And then release out your arms if they're under your back. Slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Good. And then walk your feet wide and let your knees collapse and just drop into one another. Or you can stretch your legs out long. Palms can face up to the sky. Good. And now once again, kind of bring a little bit of awareness into the neck and throat. And maybe there's something that you haven't been saying that you need to say. Or maybe you haven't been expressing your emotions as much. Just bring awareness to that. And if you would like, bring your legs together. You can do bridge pose again, bending your knees and coming into bridge pose. Or if you feel a little bit stronger, you can bring your elbows down onto the mat and come up into fish pose, letting the top of your head touch the mat with your neck protruded. But again, if you're not familiar with this with a trained teacher, and since I can't see you, you might want to just do bridge pose again. You could just lay there too if you'd rather. So we're going to rechant the Bija mantra again. If there's anything that's blocking you from saying what you need to say, expressing your thoughts, expressing your feelings. Hum, 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 hum. And then very slowly, just let your head come down if you were in fish pose, or let your hips come down if you were in bridge. And then once your body's relaxed, just very slowly roll your head from side to side. Be aware of your neck, your head. Good. And then we're going to roll over. And we're going to bring awareness into the third eye, the ajna center, which is kind of the aqua blue, but any kind of blue that seems right for you. So because we want to bring a little bit of stimulation to this area, I would invite you to do child pose again. So if you want, you could even put a blanket underneath your heels or underneath your bum. If you want, you could bring a blanket or a pillow for this area of your forehead. So just kind of find if there's a prop that you need, or once again, you could stack your hands and put that middle of your forehead on your hands, but find some way that you can rest comfortably in this pose, in child pose. And once you get comfortable and you've got a little bit of pressure on the ajna center between your eyebrows, see behind the pituitary gland, there is that spinning indigo color. Again, some people see it like a halo around. Good. And now think of your inner wisdom. Some people think of it as their guides or their intuition. So as you're there and you're just really quiet, could be being aware of that and just focused on the color of indigo, feeling a little bit of pressure on the ajna center. tuning into your own wisdom, your own inner knowledge, your insight. And this Bija mantra is Om, O-M. Take a breath in. Om, 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 Om. Good. Thank that aspect of yourself. That part of you that knows what you know to be your truth. Or if that's a little bit unsure, or you feel a little bit distant from that, this will help to activate it. So we want to do the same kind of stimulation for the top of the head. If you have headstand in your practice, you can do that. Or again, you can take that blanket that perhaps you had underneath your forehead, and you could put the top of your head on top of that blanket or the mat. If neither one of or any of that doesn't sound good, you can also come into a seated position. This is a little bit different, but just come into a seated position and just place your hands on top of your head. Doesn't even have to be heavy. It can just be kind of floating over your head. I've had some people where it felt better for them to have almost like a funnel over their head with their arms or their hands. So you just got done tuning into your intuition, your inner wisdom to know what's best for you. So find what's best for you. And connect with this spirit self, higher self. You can call it whatever you want. And take some nice deep breaths with this awareness. And then seal that chakra, spinning behind your head, a little bit of pressure, a little bit of connection to the pituitary. And Bija mantra is one silent Om. So take a breath in and quietly to yourself, exhale out Om. And then before you take your next breath in, release yourself out of the pose, whether it's your hands over your head, or maybe again, you're in headstand or just headstand prep. And then you're going to come into Shavasana. So if you want to make sure you have a blanket handy to put over your body. Again, I always like to roll down in Shavasana with my knees bent. Some people like to just put a blanket over their torso and hips, just so there's a little bit of weight. And that weight just helps the body to relax and not feel too vulnerable. You just did a lot of work. You just opened up a lot of energy. So we're going to string it together like a strand of pearls, these beautiful jewels of the colors of the chakras, these energy centers. So make sure that you're comfortable and you're warm. And then what you're going to do is you're going to breathe in from the soles of your feet up through your legs to the first chakra, which is lum. And you're going to see that red now all around that base of your spine, or spinning, or just the energy, a red wave coming up through your legs and spinning or swirling all around the base of your spine. And then when you exhale, you're going to silently, and I'm going to say it audibly, lum. And then we'll move up into the next and the next and the next. So take a breath in, see red coming all the way up to the base of the spine. Exhale, lum. We'll do that a few more times. So imagine this beautiful red glowing earth energy flowing up through your legs at the base of the spine. Lum. Down your legs again. Inhale, letting that flow again up through the soles of your feet to the base of your spine. Exhale, lum. Good. Inhale from the base of the feet all the way up to the second chakra. Orange around the pelvis. Exhale, vom, down your legs. Inhale up to the second chakra. Exhale, vom. Inhale, vom. Inhale all the way up now through the first and second chakra to the third. All around the solar plexus, yellow, beautiful yellow. Exhale out, ram. Inhale all the way up to the solar plexus. Exhale, ram. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, ram. Good. Inhale all the way through the first, second, third chakra to the heart center, green. Bija mantra is yum. Exhaling all the way down. Inhale, wave all the way up to the heart. Exhale, yum. Inhale all the way up. Exhale from the heart. Yum. Inhale through the first and second, third and fourth chakra to the throat chakra, blue. Bija mantra is hum all the way back down again. Inhale all the way up to the throat. Exhale, hum. Inhale all the way up. Exhale from the throat. Hum. Beautiful. Inhale first, second, third, fourth, fifth chakra to the sixth, between the eyebrows, indigo. Om. Inhale all the way up. Sixth chakra, indigo. Om. All the way up. Exhale. Om. And then finally breathe all the way up through the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, to the seventh, top of the head, behind the head, around, violet. And the next breath, hold the breath as you vibrate that silent Om. Exhaling when you're ready. And then breathe in a natural, comfortable way. And just notice how you feel physically. And adjust if you need to adjust anything. Notice what thoughts you have. Notice your mind. And relax your thoughts. Let them just float by, in and out of consciousness. Notice how you feel emotionally, what feelings you might be noticing. And energetically, what do you notice energetically? And I'm going to just put on some relaxing music. Just take a moment to let yourself settle in. There may be things that arise in your mind. Maybe your body needs to adjust. Maybe there's more forgiveness, or maybe there's one color that comes to mind. Just take a moment to be with all of that. So begin to wiggle fingers and toes, bring a little bit of energy with breath into the body. Maybe roll your head from side to side. Or perhaps arms overhead, body nice and long. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then slide your feet onto the mat or the floor so that you can roll your knees a little bit from side to side until you can roll to one side. And just take a moment to be in a seated meditation. And if you want, you can let your palms face up or you can let your palms face down. You can put thumb to index finger, which just kind of is a balance between human and spirit. And give yourself love and gratitude for your devotion to this evening, to your practice, to your healing, to maybe trying something new. And with the awareness that arised, perhaps, maybe it was somebody to say I'm sorry to, maybe it was to appreciate your mother or mother figure, maybe it was to embrace and care for the earth more, maybe it was to connect with your wisdom. Whatever might have really stood out for you or was a highlight, bring that to mind, at least one thing right now. And ask yourself, how could I embrace this more? How could I take this with me? How can I remember this? What can I do? Who could I be to integrate this into me and my life? You'll know when you have the right answer because it's going to feel good. It's going to be, yeah, I could do that. Or, yeah, I'll remember it that way. And you can stay here longer, or if something came to mind and you want to write it down, you can do that. So I'm going to turn off the recording and bring us back into the room. So thank you.